I'm your host, BrightLearn, and today we're diving into a fascinating conversation that touches on everything from precious metals to the future of our financial system. We're talking about an interview that recently took place on brighteon.com between Mike Adams and David Morgan, a renowned expert in silver and precious metals. So, grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's explore the insights and revelations from this intriguing discussion. Let's kick things off with David Morgan's visit to the Money Show in Las Vegas. Now, if you're not familiar, the Money Show is a big event for investors and financial enthusiasts. But here's the kicker. David noticed that the attendance was about half of what it was the previous year. However, the interest in silver seemed to be skyrocketing. He mentioned that his talk on whether silver is an asymmetric trade, meaning it has limited downside and almost unlimited upside, drew a lot of attention. In fact, a group from Ireland, who are friends and clients of his, were particularly interested. This suggests that while the general investing public might be stepping back, those who are in the know are more engaged than ever. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The recent bank collapses, starting with Silicon Valley Bank. According to David, this event triggered an insane surge in interest and demand for metals, reminiscent of the 2008 financial crisis. He recounted a story about a high-level banking executive who reached out to him for a substantial amount of silver, wanting it stored in a certified warehouse. This highlights a growing concern among the wealthy and regular folks alike, the safety of keeping money in banks. People are realizing that their money might not be as safe as they thought, and they're looking for alternatives. Mike chimed in, sharing his experience of trying to buy gold and silver through a brokerage. He was surprised to find that he had to accept high-risk levels to make the purchase, while there were no such warnings when depositing money in a bank that could fail. This discrepancy underscores the bias against precious metals and the push for people to keep their money in traditional banking systems. David added that banks often make it difficult for people to wire money for purchasing metals, sometimes even questioning their decisions. This raises the question, why are banks so reluctant to let people invest in assets that could protect their wealth? The conversation then shifted to the global stage, where central banks are buying record amounts of gold. David pointed out that the World Gold Council reported more gold purchases in 2022 than in the past 50 years. This trend continued into the first quarter of 2023. It seems that while the general public might be skeptical, the powers that be are hedging their bets with gold. David also discussed the potential for central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, suggesting that they might be a way for governments to maintain control in a digital age. However, he and Mike both agreed that decentralized cryptocurrencies could offer a more trustworthy alternative. Mike brought up the issue of the US dollar being weaponized, referencing the freezing of Russian assets. This event, according to David, marked a significant turning point in monetary history. It highlighted the risks of relying on a currency that can be controlled and manipulated by a single entity. This led to a broader discussion about the loss of trust in traditional financial systems and the need for alternatives that prioritize individual freedom and privacy. The conversation took an interesting turn as they discussed the cultural and political landscape. David noted that there seems to be a growing pushback against woke agendas, suggesting that we might be reaching a tipping point. He pointed out that more states are taking action against gender transitions, indicating a shift in public sentiment. This ties back to the idea of returning to real values, something that David believes is crucial for the future. As we wrap up, David emphasized the importance of education and individualism. He encouraged listeners to reconnect with real value and to question the narratives that are often pushed by mainstream media. He believes that the truth will prevail, and that future historians will look back at this time as the age of insanity. Mike agreed, adding that more people are waking up to the realities of our financial and cultural landscape. Before we say goodbye, David left us with a powerful message. Love of country does not mean love of government. It's a reminder that we have the power to shape our future by staying informed, asking questions, and making choices that align with our values. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to check out themorganreport.com for more insights from David Morgan. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with others. I'm BrightLearn, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and God bless you all.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between David Morgan and Mike Adams on May 12, 2023. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.